Hello, welcome to revolutionoflight.com. I am Aisha, and I believe a lot of you will be familiar with me, but for those of you who are not, I'm here to tell you that a little introduction about Revolution of Light, and this is also, I would say, a little introduction to myself, those of you who want to familiarize yourself with me. I am basically what you would call as a messenger of light, and someone who has been entrusted with many projects, many missions over several incarnations, and this happens to be the last walk that I will be taking in this dimension. And I have been entrusted with many missions, and Revolution of Light is just one of them. I would say I started up very young. My career started up when I was very young, and for over 20 years now I have been doing exactly what most would put into different categories, but sometimes I feel that not everyone knows who I really am, and I feel that this is a good time to be talking about it. Although, this Revolution of Light is not about me, it's about you. But I feel that unless you know who you're dealing with, who you're talking with, who is actually guiding you through, who has been putting out all this information, you don't really know where you're basically who you're connecting with. So today I'm here to tell you that I started my journey when I was very young. I started out as a corporate trainer over 20 years ago. And then I moved on to becoming a motivational speaker and writer for many platforms around the world. And my career escalated when I started researching a lot about motivation and how to apply science to motivation, because I believe that to connect science to motivation. And that is how I discovered Universal Truth of Life. Universal Truth of Life is a scientific motivation system which I founded in... Sorry about that. UniversalTruthOfLife.com is something that I discovered in 1996. And it went on to be a perfect platform for me to convey a lot of messages and help people to understand how motivation basically has many scientific evidences that support the fact that when one is motivated, a lot of chemical reactions occur within the body to enable that to manifest. And as I moved on, as I went on with my career as a motivational speaker and writer, my guides, my spirit guides, who I've always had the ability to connect through my clairvoyance and my clairsentience and clairaudience, I was able to always see them very clearly since I was very young as I was about 2 years old. I was able to see and communicate with them. And they motivated me. They said that you have to take this further. This is not it. We're not done yet. We're just starting. And they kind of asked me to work on my spiritual gifts as well. They told me that no, there are a lot of people out there who need more help, and this is not it. And that is when I discovered that I had to do a lot more. And this lot more was when I figured I had to implement spirituality. Now, it is not easy because back then there were no scientific studies to prove that spirituality was something that people would take seriously outside of this dimension or within the dimension. And so over the years, I discovered that I had to actually take some time to discover that, to research that. So I went back to where I came from as a researcher. I went back to try and experiment, analyze the experiences that I've had over the years as a person who's spiritually gifted. I tried to experiment on myself. I tried to learn from these experiences and figured out that every single thing does have some kind of connection to science if we would only take the effort to look at it. And that is when I figured that this was something very important after all. It would help people evolve. It would help people understand themselves better as souls, to empower their souls. And that is when I figured out that I had the ability, I had the responsibility to share my gifts, to share my experiences and my inputs into helping others to empower themselves. So from someone who started off as a reader, I decided to move ahead and offer more as a spiritual guide, as someone who could help people develop their gifts, as someone who would help people to understand their own potentials, to be able to empower themselves in ways that they never thought was possible before. I would not take credit for my work, except for the energy and the time that I put into it. I would refuse to always take credit for my work, because I believe that I'm just a messenger and I'm here to serve my mission, which was entrusted on me. So now over the past few years, I discovered that I had to put more effort into this, and that was when Revolution of Light came into being. It was entrusted to me. And through Revolution of Light, we founded many projects. And if some of you are familiar with a few of them, which is the Circle of Light Meditation for De-Addictions, and then we have Hospice Assist, which is basically Valley of Light for those who are in hospice care. There are a lot of other projects there are many more coming up, which I would be discussing in the coming year. 2017 is going to be a year of change for many of us, and so will it be for revolutionoflight.com. And as the founder and visionary for this project, I look forward to serving each one of you in the best way possible, as a friend, as someone who coexists with you, as someone who does not lead a conventional life. I lived a very unconventional life, right from childhood, but in no way was I different. I had the same struggles, if not worse. I had to overcome many challenges, sacrifices. I was criticized. I was not tolerated. I had to go through many. But what I am looking forward to is to be able to help you and thousands of others around the world into walking out of this box this dimension believes in as normal. Because normal is what we program to believe in, when each one of us is capable of so much more, but we're programmed to believe in the box. And therefore my mission here as a light worker, as a spiritual guide, as someone who really just wants to make a difference until my last breath here, and that I would serve, and I would be honored to serve in any way possible with the help of my guardian angel, my spirit guides, the ascended masters, in any way possible to serve mankind, to make your life a better place, to give you the kind of life that would help you to understand the real you and not one that this world expects of you, to find true happiness in yourself, to respect yourself, and to just be you. You are just as gifted as I am. You're no different from me. I've just been entrusted with a responsibility. Sometimes I'm not very proud of it, because this responsibility comes with a lot of pressure. It comes with the need to sometimes not even look at yourself, but to distract yourself, your own issues, because you have bigger responsibilities to take care of, commitments. Sometimes I'm happy with the distractions, sometimes I wish they weren't there. But whichever way I look at it, I'm still very proud and honored to be a part of this mission in this world right now. I take great pride. And it is with this pride that I promise that whatever I do, I would make sure that each one of you whose path crosses with mine, you walk away with a better experience than when you came in. That is my only mission. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your love and support that you have shown me over the years. And I look forward to many more. And I hope that I made some difference in your life after all. I know there are many out there who are working and helping. Just one person would not be enough. I know there are many readers, there are many light workers who are doing brilliant work. Please trust yourself more than you trust any of us. I don't claim to be just a reader. I have so many things to do. Sometimes I don't even know if I will have enough of a lifetime, if one lifetime is enough for it. But I feel that I would love you all to go inside you next year, 2017, when you make your resolutions, make it a spiritual one as well. Go deep inside and connect with your spirit. That will be the best resolution you would have ever made. I love you all so much. Thank you. We have a radio broadcast coming up, a radio show coming up in 24 hours. And you can see more details about it on the website. The new website will be up shortly, in a few hours. It's called revolutionoflight.com. You're more than welcome. There are so many articles. There will be so many videos there, information, educational videos. There's a lot of information in the website. I hope you enjoy browsing through each one of them. I look forward to seeing you again really soon. God bless you and namaste.